To enlighten to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, by making relations with the practice of yoga and so forth, and become Buddha and enlightened peace. I go for refuge to enlighten to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, by making relations with the practice of yoga and so forth, and become Buddha and enlightened peace. I go for refuge to enlighten to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, by making relations with the practice of yoga and so forth, and become Buddha and enlightened peace. 三业九道所给说难瓦，成就八度当地有所是，大地心所给别所难地，有了本界三业诸百修。三业九道所给说难瓦，成就八度当地有所是，大地心所给别所难地。 多拉根结三业如白说，三业说大所给说难那，成就八度当明可所起，大悲心所给别所难也，多拉根结三业如白说。Om ye dharma edu prabhavam Etum te sham tathagato hyavata Esham chayo nirodha Evam vati mahashramanaye swaha Om ye dharma etu prabhavam Etum te sham tathagato yavatat Esham chayo nirodha Evam vati mahashramanaye swaha Om ye dharma etu prabhavam Etum te sham tathagato yavatat Esham chayo nirodha Evam vati mahashramanaye swaha. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation of causes is taught by the great seer. Okay, now we will do a little bit of what emptiness is, explaining what emptiness is, and so for to understand the emptiness of objective existence, what we need to do is that we need to get through the two gates. To understand emptiness or to be qualified to talk about emptiness, we have to get through the two gates. The two gates in the form of two questions. And only if you clear the two questions, if you answer two questions correctly, then you are entitled to talk about emptiness. Till that point, it's all either nihilism or absolutism. So the two questions are: number one, do things exist? Samsara, nirvana, happiness, suffering, and so forth. Do things exist? This is a question. Okay, so this first question, do things exist? If you say no, then you fall into nihilism. If you fall in nihilism, you are not at all entitled to talk about emptiness. So whatever you're talking is about nihilism. So do things exist? The answer should be yes. Things exist, good things exist, bad things exist. Do good things and happiness will follow. Do bad things and miseries will follow. Cause and effect, dependent origination, everything is operating in the air. The first one. Second question, only if you say yes, things exist, then you are entitled to go for the second question. Second question is, do things exist objectively? So if you say yes, you fall into absolutism. So the answer should be no. Answer should be no. Do things exist objectively? Answer should be no. If you say yes, you fall into absolutism. no way by which you can talk about emptiness. So the answer should be no. So things do exist, but they don't exist objectively. This is what we have to have a very clear understanding in your mind. Only if you understand, only if you get through these two questions well, that you, to the first question, answer is yes, everything exists. It's not that nothing exists, everything exists. You entitled to go to the second question, that is, what is the second question? Do things exist objectively? The answer should be no. So to the first question, the answer is yes. To the second question, the answer is no. Only if you're able to give the correct answer to these two questions, then you are entitled to talk about emptiness. Now, if you say that things exist, but they don't exist objectively, then the question is, how do they exist? Let me repeat it. If things exist, but they don't exist objectively, the question is, how do they exist? So what is your answer? They exist subjectively. You're getting it now. It's so important. It's so important. Subjectively, when it says subjectively, there's one potential danger. The danger is that the hallucination is subjective or objective? Subjective. So we said that things exist, but they exist subjectively, and then is it like hallucination? Hallucination also subjective. So these are the things where we really need to, with the extensive studies, only then you become very clear. Otherwise, every time you say something, there's something which can be very confusing, which you can easily mistake with. For example, you say, if things don't exist subjectively, how do they exist? Subjectively. Is it like hallucination? Hallucination subjective, objective? It's subjective. So you say everything is subjective means it's like hallucination. So for this, to clear these doubts, the next question is, we have to understand emptiness, not just as subjective, not just as we don't just say empty of objective existence. We have to understand very precisely as emptiness means dependent origination. Number one. Dependent, okay, let's put it like this. Emptiness equals dependent origination, number one. Number two, dependent origination equals the middle way. Therefore, emptiness equals the middle way. Let me repeat it. Emptiness equals dependent origination. Number two, dependent origination equals middle way. Therefore, emptiness equals the middle way. Okay, so if I say A equals B and B equals C, what would you say then? A equals C, therefore A equals C. Likewise, when I say emptiness equals dependent origination equals the middle way, therefore emptiness equals the middle way, not nihilism, not absolutism, not nihilism, is the middle way. Okay, so these are the two statements that are made and the conclusion you have drawn. But we have to first of all establish, we have to first of all prove that the two statements are correct. What's the first statement? Emptiness equals the middle way. No, emptiness equals the dependent origination. How do we know that emptiness equals dependent origination? This is the question. How do we know? How can I know that emptiness equals dependent origination? So emptiness equals dependent origination. This we know through 5 points. We need to know the 5 points. And the 5 points, so when I explain this, you may see that particularly those who are beginners or newcomers, you may think, oh, it's very easy. Yes, it's very easy. But it's because that we are doing very systematically. Later on, how emptiness equals the dependent origination, then you may not get the clue. So therefore, note it down. And those of us who attended such retreats many times, for you know this by heart. But for the beginners and for newcomers, this is what I'm saying. So emptiness equals the middle way. Sorry, emptiness equals dependent origination. Okay, so how? For this, we need to know 5 points. Number one, emptiness. That's easy. Number one, emptiness. Number two, emptiness is not, emptiness is the short form of emptiness of independent existence. Number two, emptiness is the short form of emptiness of independent existence. Number two. Okay, let's say, okay, oftentimes this is, okay, it was, when I was in Arunachal recently, yes, in Origination recently. On the road, I saw so many labels with bro, BRO, brother. Right? Why brother? Why not sisters? I said, bro, why brothers? Oh, one is okay, two is okay, but always bro. Why not sisters? Why not? Right? I was confused. Okay, why? Jimala, why always bro? Is male chauvinism. It is not brother, it is the Border Road Organization. It's a short form of bro is short form of Border Road Organization. Don't think that it's always wow, it's for the boys all the time, brothers, right? So therefore, emptiness, it doesn't mean emptiness. It's a short form of emptiness of independent existence. Okay, number one is emptiness. Number two is that emptiness is a short form of emptiness of independent existence. Number three, emptiness of independent existence means nothing exists independently. Number three, emptiness of independent existence means nothing exists independently. Number three. Number four, nothing exists independently means everything exists by, hey, say something. Nothing exists independently means everything exists by dependence. Very good. Next, everything is by dependence means everything is dependently originated. Okay, with these 5 points, we come to deduce that emptiness equals the middle way. Okay, how many understood it? Raise hands. How many you got it? Very good. Okay, the next. Dependent origination means the middle way. How? Again, we have to explain it. How? Dependent origination means the middle way. How? Okay, dependent origination has two sides, dependence and origination. When we say dependence, it rejects what? Independence. It rejects independence. Dependence, it rejects independence. Independence and absolute, these two mean the same. For example, he's a very independent person. Or this is a very independent entity. An absolute entity is absolute. Or the absolute, independent, they have the same connotation. So when we say dependent, it rejects independence, it rejects absolutism. So the first part, dependence, by dependence, it rejects the extreme of absolutism. Next, what is next? Origination. When we say origination means, or something comes into origination, something comes into existence. What is the opposite of existence? Non-existence, nihilism. Non-existence, nihilism. So when you say origination, it rejects nihilism. With origination, it rejects the extreme of nihilism. Now, dependence, the first part, rejects the extreme of absolutism, and the origination, it rejects the extreme of nihilism. Bringing the two together, dependent and origination, bringing the two together rejects the two extremes. Reject the two extremes is following the middle way. So therefore, dependent origination means the middle way. Okay, so from this we have already deduced how emptiness equals dependent origination and how dependent origination equals the middle way. Therefore, emptiness equals the middle way. Very good. Therefore, emptiness equals the middle way. Very good. Okay. So this is one thing that we need to know. So the more we study these things, every time our mind, look, extensive studies are so beneficial. It is like, say, we think about building such a beautiful prayer hall. We think about building a beautiful prayer hall. And then you build it, okay, the walls, and then the pillars. And the pillars, look at the designs. Look, so beautiful. Not only designs, the coloring, the painting is so beautifully done. All details involved. All details involved. If you are to just think of this in the form of the just blueprint, these details will not be there. So for these details, you should actually work on the ground. Then you say, oh, this is required, all, okay, how many of you have that experience? On the ground and on the map is very different, results. On the ground, it involves a lot of work. A lot of work. For Tibet House, renovating 2 tiny rooms, it took 7 months. 2 tiny rooms, 7 months. Okay, it's not that easy. My friend said that, Ishila, how much you paid to renovate these 2 small rooms below? Is the washrooms, 2 washrooms. I said 3 lakhs, and then no, 5 lakhs. Then my friend said that, why 5 lakhs? In 1 lakh I'll wait and give it to you in 1 week. He said, and okay. So I said, okay, right? Okay, so do it. Then it took 7 months. 1 week, 7 months. The 1 lakh, 10 lakhs. No quality. Work no quality. It's all volunteer. Quality, no quality. Then later on, I made my mind. I don't want volunteer work. I don't thank you. I don't want to do everything professionally. So therefore, for Tibet House, say only if I'm very confident that this person is a full heart dear. Different story. Otherwise, you do something, you will pay. It's going to be paid, not volunteer. Okay. So what I'm saying, why I said it?
Groundwork.
Yes. So the understanding the emptiness requires a lot of systematic studies. Missing the systematic studies, you will not really get into emptiness. You're getting it? So emptiness is not that easy concept. And so okay. I used to, many of you, those who are with me for so many years, you know my personality. I'll tell you as well, emptiness is so easy to encourage people. So this, my teacher must have heard it. My teacher in South India must have heard it. And on the phone one day, he said that my teacher composed a text on emptiness. He said that he said that, oh, this book, I'm sending 1 or 2 copies to you. You can give it to somebody, but it is not required for those people who see emptiness very easy. For those people to whom emptiness is very easy, it's not required. For the realized beings. For realized beings, it's not required. Hinting that I said emptiness is easy. Okay, I didn't really mean it, because if it's difficult, nobody will come. Nobody will study. You're getting it? So therefore, inspire people, people come. They study. And then when they study, they get a little flavor. They get a little flavor, then say it's not working. Then say 2 years, or lifelong years. Right? So make it from 10 days to 2 years to more years. You're getting it? Okay, so we have to somehow, this is how we have to help each other. Okay, so what I'm saying is the extensive studies is extremely precious. And later on, those people who go through extensive studies, you get some foundation of emptiness. And those people who hurry to practice, two of you meet after 10 years, after 20 years. You communicate, you see the difference. You getting it? The person who always say practice without extensive studies, the practice is so shallow. It's so shallow. Whereas, say, what is it? It's like? It's just like 4 walls and 4 pillars. There's all the designs are missing, right? All the designs are missing. This is where extensive study is missing. So therefore, these studies are very important. So we said, emptiness equals dependent origination. Dependent origin equals the middle way. Therefore, emptiness equals the middle way. Very good. Okay, next. The next. Dependent. So therefore, from this, the message that we should get is that emptiness, always understand emptiness in the context of dependent origination. Not as empty, not like that. Emptiness means dependent origination. Is empty of independent existence. Dependent things exist. This is how we need to correlate it to. At times, when you go through more the deeper studies and you meditate, you may get a feeling that is real empty. You may get such feeling. So at such times, it's so important to bring this message. Emptiness equals dependent origination. Dependent origination equals the middle way. Therefore, emptiness equals the middle way, not nihilism. So bring this into your meditation. These are at times you can feel, you are most likely to feel that, yes, of course, for instance, a pillar, it looks so beautiful, but it's not really, it's empty. It's not empty. It's empty of objective reality. You getting it? The way it appears as objective, that is mistaken. It's like a dream that my mind projects it. Okay, so for this, we need to understand dependent origin concept so well. And Lama Tsongkhapa, here, to your right. This one, Lama Tsongkhapa. Lama Tsongkhapa, when he had the feeling that, okay, now I'm understanding emptiness. When he says I'm understanding emptiness, means not like us. He's brilliant enlightened master. And he was so famous, so popular. All the brilliant people, they thought that, okay, I'm better than him. So they come to compete with him and they all become his students. Like, for example, Geshe Dorji, the first Gandhi Tiba after Lama Tsongkhapa. Then the next Kidron, both of them came to compete with Lama Tsongkhapa. And then seeing his qualities, the fineness of his understanding, they become his disciples. So, even for him, when he had these experiences, so then he did not just say that, okay, I understood emptiness. He did not stop there. He always started to compose many books. There was one teacher by the name Lama Ummapa. Lama Ummapa used to have the direct communication with Arya Manjushri. Who's Arya Manjushri? The Bodhisattva of wisdom, the one usually depicted with the sword in his hand. So Lama Ummapa has direct communication direct communion with Arya Manjushri. And at that point, Lama Tsongkhapa, he did not have this communication with Arya Manjushri. So Lama Tsongkhapa and Lama Ummapa, two of them are like mutual teacher-student relationships there. So Lama Tsongkhapa received teachings from Lama Ummapa received teachings from Lama Tsongkhapa, like mutual teacher-student. Then Lama Tsongkhapa requested Lama Ummapa to please convey this message to Arya Manjushri to see what my realization, my understanding of emptiness, if this is correct or not correct. So matter was reported to Arya Manjushri. And Arya Manjushri said that, not yet. You understand, emptiness is not yet complete. But if you put effort in 3 things, soon you'll realize the the very precise emptiness as taught by Prasangika Madhyamaka. So what are the three things indicated by Arya Manjushri? The first one is to make fervent prayers, supplication to the deity inseparable one with your guru, number one. Number two, that you have to extensively go to study the Indian sources on emptiness. Number two. Number three, you have to engage in extensive accumulation of merit and purification of negativities. If you do these three things, very soon you will realize emptiness. So this was a prophecy made by Arya Manjushri. And also another advice given that while you talk about emptiness, what I'm seeing is not the reality. What I'm seeing is like dream. While you contemplate of things from the point of view of the dreamlike or empty dreamlike, never ever neglect the appearance side. Appearance. That, okay, good things, from there, happiness arise. Non-virtues, miseries arise. And then when you're hungry, eat food, hunger disappears. These are the appearances. And don't neglect the appearances. Appearance is very important. Pay heed to the appearances. And appearances depict dependent origination. In other words, respect appearances means respect dependent origination. Respect dependent origination, then the understanding of emptiness will become flawless. Otherwise, it can easily tilt into nihilism. Okay, so these are things that we need to remember. So, dependent origination is something that we really need to focus on so much. So for this, the dependent origination is explained on three levels. Dependent origination is explained on three levels. We remember the three levels of dependent origination. Okay, the first, dependent origination of the results dependence on causes. First, dependent origination of results dependence on causes. Okay, dependent origination of results dependence on causes, number one. Number two, dependent origination of the wholes dependence on the parts. Parts and the whole. The house is a whole, and the window, doors, walls, ceiling, floor, they are all the parts. So wholes dependence on parts. Wholes, W-H-O-L-E, wholes dependence on parts. And then finally, dependent origination of dependence on mere mental designation. Dependent origination of dependence on mere mental designation. These are the three levels of dependent origination. What is the first one? Dependent origination of results dependence on causes. Number two, dependent origination of the whole's dependence on the parts. And number three, dependent origination of dependence on mere mental designation. Very good. Okay. Three levels of dependent origination. Now let me explain each one of them. And these two are not contradictory. They only differ in subtlety. They can overlap, but they differ in subtlety. The first one is gross, and progressively it becomes subtler. So the first, dependent origination of results dependent causes. Okay, let's say that this flower is a result. This flower is a result of its causes in the form of seed, primarily the seed, water, what? Fertilizers, the sunlight, and so forth. So this is a result which comes into existence by dependence on its causes, number one. And it also fulfills the second level of dependent origin. What is the second one? Dependent origination of the whole's dependence on parts. And this is a whole. This is a whole. This flower is a whole, and it depends on its parts, like the petals. The petals are its parts. And the stem and the stigma, the leaves, the branches, stems, these are all the parts. So the whole depends on parts, number 2. And what is number 3? Dependent origin of dependence on mere mental designation, meaning that what we said under electron microscope, what do you see, Raman? What do you see, Raman?
Molecules and atoms.
Yes. Okay, how many agree with Raman? Say under electron microscope, the flower is absent. It's just pool of atoms, molecules, atoms, electrons, right? But so when you go to close object, there's no flower. It's just atoms. That's it. But from distance, you see a flower. Where is this flower? Don't say it's there. You're not thinking. My question is, you go there, you see just pool of atoms. That's it. And then from distance, again, you see a flower. Where is this flower? Conventional analysis. Okay, that's amazing. Bhavan is growing so fast. Amazing. Let's get in your mind. Okay, so for the flower, you go to look at Lagi's mind. Don't look at the flower. Lagi, the flower is in the mind or here? Okay, look, what Lagi said is not wrong, but fine tuning is done. How? By asking question, and you end up, yes, that's very true. You end up in some confusion and so forth, while you wholeheartedly think that it's actually there. It is there, why not people look at here? Why they look at here? All these questions will help you to gradually, if these questions not asked, you think that you realize emptiness. You're getting, when you challenge with these questions, then you say, yes, that's true. Then you think more. Then your thinking becomes deeper, deeper, deeper. It's very important. You're getting it? You must entertain the questions. Entertain somebody's question. This is very important. Otherwise, you can never go deep into the emptiness concept. But you got. So there's a flower. Yes, the flower appears. It appears to the mind. Flower is in the mind, don't say this. Flower is not in the mind, but the flower appears to the mind. Therefore, what you say is, it's just a mere appearance to the mind. Don't say that the flower is in the mind. Flower is not in the mind. For example, movie appears on the screen, but it's not from the screen. It's from the, you remember what you said? It's from the, where's the projector? Behind you. You are getting it? It's on the screen, not from the screen. It is from the projector. It's not on the projector, it's on the screen. But it's not from the screen, it's from the projector. From the projector, but not on the projector. Likewise, the flower is not in your mind, it is from the mind. It is from the mind. So it appears to the mind, that's it. So therefore, it's just by the, what is the third one? What's the third level of dependent origination?
Mere mental designation.
Swamchitta. Venerable Swamchitta. What is that? Third level of dependent origination? Very good. Dependent origination of mere mental designation. Thank you. Okay, so which means that what appears as a flower, what exists as a flower, is not really on the object. It comes into existence by dependence on the appearance to your mind. Mental designation, mental imputation. You getting it? Okay. So these are 3 levels of dependent origin. Now let me take you into a little technical side. 4 schools, what are they? Vaibhashika, Sautrantika, Chittamatra, Madhyamaka. Okay. Of these 4 schools, The first three schools, if you talk about dependent origination, first three schools will say dependent origination is only applicable to the impermanent phenomena. It's not applicable to the permanent phenomena. So for them, dependent origination means dependent origin. The first one. What is that? First one. Results dependence on the causes. Very good. So for Vaibhashika, Sautrantika, Chittamatra, for these three schools, if you talk about dependent origination, for them, dependent origination means only the first one. Dependent origination of the results depends on causes. So for them, dependent origination, the concept of dependent origination is applicable only to the impermanent phenomena, is not applicable to the permanent phenomena. You're getting it? Now, for Madhyamakas, dependent origination means all three kinds of dependent origination, and dependent origination is applicable to all phenomena, across the phenomena, permanent, impermanent, both. You getting it? Okay, this is very important. This is a little technical aspect that we need to remember. So having said this, the next thing that we did know a little bit about dependent origination is that in this book, there's one the sutra known as the Mahayana Sutra, what is that? Mahayana Sutra of dependent origination. Huh? No. Sutra on dependent origination. There are two sutras in this book. It's compiled. The best is don't try to go through the rest of the book. Go to the table of contents. That will be very easy. No, this is not sutra. This is not sutra. Okay, I'm not hearing Ajay Kesala. I'm not hearing the because Aruna. I'm not hearing Venerable Pujala. Okay, say something. 61. Okay, 61. Basically, what do you? Okay, 61. Okay, this is Omo. What do you find in 61? What do you?
The novel Mahayana Sutra, dependent arising.
Oh, and there are many sense almost here. I can hear some male voice also. This is Omo. Right? Okay, this is read it. What do you find there? Noble Mahayana Sutra, dependent arising. This is one. And there's another sutra known as Rice Seed, Noble Mahayana Sutra, Rice Seed Laying. Where is it?
63.
Hey, the Savanamula. Savanamula. Where is it? Which page? Noble Mahayana Sutra, Rice Seedling.
63 page. 63 page number.
Page number? 63. Okay. So I would suggest that later, may not now, but after the retreat or even in between the retreat, you can read these two sutras. You getting it? So this is about dependent origination. Now, particularly in the second sutra, page 63, my Noble Mahayana Sutra, Rice Seedling, or in Sanskrit, Sadhisthamba Sutra. In Tibetan, Sadhu Jangbe Do. So in this sutra, you see that, okay, no need to read it now, just listen to me. See, in this sutra, the Buddha taught, whosoever sees dependent origination will see the dharma. Whosoever sees the dharma will see the Buddha. You getting it? Don't forget it. This is number one. Whosoever sees dependent origination will see the dharma. Whosoever sees the dharma will see the Buddha. Meaning that if you understand dependent origination well, then your dharma, spiritual realizations, dharma in the form of spiritual realizations, like the realizations and the cessations, like nirvana and so forth, they will arise within you. And those where these realizations arise within you, these people, through further practice, will become Buddhas. You getting it? Those who see dependent origination will see the dharma. Those who see the dharma will see the Buddha. Good. Then the next, it says, because this exists, that exists. Then, because this is produced, that is produced. Okay, there are three things. Number one, because this exists, that exists. Number two, because this is produced, that is produced. Number three, because of the ignorance, the karma is because the ignorance arises the karma, because of the karma, the consciousness arises, because of consciousness, name and form arises, and so forth. Okay, there are three things there. The first one, what is the first one? Because this exists and that exists. What is the second one? Because this is produced and that is produced. Number three, because of the ignorance, karma is created. Because of karma, consciousness is created. Because of consciousness, name and form is created. Because name and form, sources is created. Because of sources, contact is created. Because of contact, feeling is created. Because of the feeling, attachment is created or craving is created. Because of craving, grasping is created. Because of grasping, becoming is created. Because of becoming, birth is created. Because of birth, aging and death is created. And then the Buddha said, if ignorance ceases, karma ceases, so the reverse process is taught. Okay, so these three things on the Arya Sangha, Arya Sangha, who is a very important figure in the Mahayan Buddhism. Arya Sangha put these three to refer to as the three conditions. The three conditions. So the first condition, the unwavering condition, number one, unwavering condition. Unwavering condition. Number two, condition of impermanence. Okay, tomorrow, so the three young people, they should take the test. All of them before they enter. Right? Who are they? Kandela, Dedenla, and who else? And Jimela. So to take the first, you have to take the test yourself. Right? And then make sure the others say this, and then only they can enter. Okay, what did you hear? Others pretend as well they do not hear what I'm saying. Right? Did you hear? Did you hear what I said? Good. Some people, they are pretending so they're writing something. Right? Okay, where's Anjula? Okay, so how many you heard it? How many heard what I said? What I told these three young ones? How many heard? You heard? Sashi, you heard? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, now, these three things Arya Sangha refer to as the three conditions. The first condition is unwavering condition. Second condition is the condition of impermanence. Third one is the condition of potentiality. Unwavering condition, condition of impermanence, and the condition of potentiality. So, the Arya Sangha says that for any causal dependent origination, first level of dependent origination, what is that? First level dependent origination, what is that? Dependent origination of the results, dependent on causes. For this, these three conditions must fulfill. All dependent origination of the first kind should necessarily fulfill all these three conditions. Okay, the first, what is meant by the unwavering condition? Unwavering condition means that for a result to come into being, there must be a cause. Unwaveringly, there must be a cause. There must be a cause. Because this exists, because the cause exists, the result exists. So only if the cause is there, the result makes sense. Number one. Number two, condition of impermanence, which means condition impermanence means that not only that there should be a cause, the cause must be impermanent. Cause must be changing. If the cause is permanent, then the result can never be given rise to. Cause must be impermanent. Number two. Number three. What is number three? The condition of potentiality, which means that if you, okay, how many like mangoes? Raise hands. Oh, yeah, most of you. And you like mangoes, and you plant bitter gourd seed. You getting it? You like mangoes, and you plant bitter gourd seed. Right? We want happiness, and we plant negativities. We do negativities, right? We want happiness, and we plant negativities. And then what? Happiness grows, so misery grows. Misery grows. You're getting it? So therefore, we want mangoes, and we plant the bitter gourd seed. And we're expecting, okay, now leaves coming up. Okay, mango coming up. Finally, bitter gourd comes out. You're getting it? Okay. So the Buddha taught that if you want mangoes, plant mango seed. Don't plant bitter gourd seed. Right? I know some of you like bitter gourd, I know. You're a little unhappy with this example. How many like bitter gourds? Raise hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But how they raise hands is very different. With the mango is like this, with the bitter gourd is like this. Okay. So what I'm saying is that they say if you like mangoes, you have to plant mango seeds, not the apple seed, bitter gourd seed, and so forth. So the cause should have the potential to give rise to the result. Mango seed, apple seed does not have the potential to give rise to mango trees. If you want mango seed, if you want mango trees, you have to plant mango seeds, not other seeds. This is known as the condition of potentiality. Very good. Okay. So we need to think of these things so well. The next thing I like to talk about is with respect to emptiness. What is meant by emptiness? Anyone? What is meant by emptiness? Jimala? Independent origination. Okay. What do you understand by emptiness? What is meant by emptiness? What is emptiness? Anyone? Very good, Shalat Dendula. Thank you so much. Dependent origin is not wrong. Dependent origin is not wrong, but it gives the impression that your memory span is very short. Because you only remember what you learned this session. You don't remember what you learned this morning. So Shalat Dendula, you retreat what we learned this morning. So I said that emptiness is not empty. It is the emptiness of objective existence, or emptiness. Is emptiness short form of? That's interesting. Whoa, emptiness is short form independent existence. So everything exists independently. Oh. Hey, what is emptiness? Independent existence. Wow. Okay, lady here, what is emptiness? What is the okay. Emptiness is short from what? Huh?
Emptiness of independent.
Very good. Emptiness doesn't mean independent existence, right? So you proudly say it's independent existence. So after telling the Ramana story for whole 5 days, who is Ram? Okay, so what is emptiness? Emptiness is the emptiness of objective existence, emptiness of independent existence. Very good. Emptiness is short form of emptiness of independent existence. Very good. Now, we talked about emptiness of independent existence. You reject what? Independent existence rejected. What is the opposite of independent existence? Dependent origination. Okay, so for this, we need to learn several opposites. Independent existence to be rejected, and then independent as opposed to dependent. Likewise, we're going to learn 5 things, 5 sets, 5 pairs, 5 pairs. 1, subjective. If we said that everything exists subjectively, subjective as opposed to objective existence. Okay, this you have to note it down. You may see that it's easy at the moment. Later on, then those people who note it down, go through this over again, these people will grow rich. Those people who just think that, oh, this is easy, and you don't make notes, later on, you see there's nothing growth happening. First, subjective as opposed to objective existence. Conventional as opposed to ultimate. Conventional as opposed to ultimate. Dependent as opposed to independent. Relative as opposed to absolute. Relative as opposed to absolute. And deceptive as opposed to true existence. Okay, how many pairs you got? 5. Okay, what is the first one? Subjective as opposed to objective. Next. Conventional as opposed to ultimate. Next. Dependent as opposed to independent. Next. Relative as opposed to absolute. Next. Deceptive as opposed to true existence. You got? Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, number 1. What is number 1? Subjective as opposed to objective. Number 2, conventional as opposed to ultimate. Number 3, dependent as opposed to independent. Number 4, relative as opposed to absolute. Number 5, deceptive as opposed to true existence. Very good. Okay, so these pairs, keep in mind, these are pairs. This is one thing that you need to remember. Number 2 thing the second thing that you remember is that of the 5 pairs, the first of all the 5 pairs, these mean the same. The second of all the 5 pairs, they are all mean the same. So what are the synonyms? What are they? Subjective, conventional, dependent, relative, deceptive. They all mean the same. You getting it? And what is the other set of the 5? Objective. Didela. Objective. Ultimate. Independent. Absolute. True existence. She's telling me without looking at the book. She's telling me without looking at the book. It's amazing. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay. Now, this is so important. Number 1, we need to know the opposites. The pairs. 5 pairs. Number 2, the first in the 5 pairs, the first of the 5 pairs, they're all synonymous. So for this, because that in the text on emptiness, usually they say ultimate and conventional. It'll come very often. Conventional existence, ultimate existence, and also subjective, objective will come very often. So here, I will try to explain how conventional and subjective, these two are synonymous. You getting it? How subjective you already know. Subjective, okay, dream, subjective, objective. Hey, dream, subjective, objective. Okay, subjective. Mirage, subjective, objective. Subjective. Rainbow, subjective, objective. Hey, rainbow, subjective, objective. How many say objective? Raise hands. How many subjective? Raise hands. Okay. Those people who say objective, can you fight against those people who say subjective? Those people who said objective, can you put reasons to defeat them? To defeat, okay. Those who say, okay.
So, light is objective. You see it because of light.
Okay, Mike.
So I think everyone will agree that light is objective. Yes. So in the same way, a rainbow, it's a light phenomena and it's objective.
Okay, now those of you who said it's subjective, any argument against? Okay, yes. Okay, those who said objective, listen.
Arya said,
so if the mirage would be, Arya said, if the mirage would be water, why not those close by the mirage see water, right? But
a rainbow is not a mirage.
So he said, then Arya said, mirage is not rainbow.
No, but a mirage is not water.
Okay, then you should go and stand where the rainbow starts.
Okay, so what Damdul is saying, I'm not saying that Arya said rainbow, but the reason you apply to the rainbow. This is what he is saying. You're getting it? Just as a mirage, you go closer, mirage disappears. Likewise, rainbow, you go closer, rainbow disappears, which means it's subjective. This is the point from those who advocate, those who believe that rainbow is subjective. So anyone who stands for, what is this, rainbow subjective, objective? Okay, anybody who likes to say, who, yes?
The question is that, of course, rainbow is a light phenomenon, but this is light phenomenon can be visible only from a certain point. From other point, it's not visible at all. So when you see it from one point, it won't be visible from other point. So well, it's subjective. Absolutely, 100% it's subjective.
Okay. Is there anybody who have other reasons? Those who will say rainbow is objective. Those who said rainbow objective, okay, there. Mike. Subject objective.
So my understanding is, if we apply the conventional analysis, then the rainbow becomes objective.
Okay, how?
Because we are analyzing the object from a distance and it disappears. If you go, then it becomes ultimate analysis and it disappears.
Okay. So rainbow can be seen from distance. The mind we see from distance is known as conventional analysis. And conventional, what it sees is the conventional truth. So rainbow seen by conventional analysis is conventional truth. So it is there. Objectively, it appears objectively, it is objectively. Okay, anyone who likes to reject this position? Okay, anyone who can? Okay, how many of you still say that it is subjective? I'm not saying my standpoint, those who say it's subjective. If subjective, my question is, how come that, for example, this prayer flag that we are saying, or this hall that we are saying, is subjective objective in a loose sense. Subjective objective? Objective in a loose sense. Rainbow, subjective. Dream is subjective. So, just as we can take the photograph of this, even the rainbow we can take a photograph. If it's subjective, how can a photograph be taken?
So the picture on the pizza is not a pizza.
That's true, it's not a pizza, but it's objectively there. It's a paper, Okay, over there. Mike.
Мы никогда не можем приблизиться к радуге. Как бы мы ни старались приблизиться к ней, она всегда будет оставаться на определенном расстоянии. То есть мы ее можем видеть только на большом расстоянии, это значит проводить относительный анализ радуги.
We can never get close.
Mike.
We can never get close to the rainbow. That means we can only see it from the distance, and we can only apply conventional analysis to it.
So therefore,
Какой вывод?
Mike.
Что радуга субъективна.
Therefore it is subjective. Okay, finally, I know there's the Beef, right? Beef is not happy. Okay, so now finally, let's Jimela. Jimela, what's your cinema? Subjective or objective? Okay, objective.
So for me, I think it's objective because from what sir said, white light splits into 7. So conventionally, if we see light as an object, so conventionally we can see the object, the rainbow, and we can take the picture and see everything. So conventionally, if we see the light as an object, then it is objective.
Good. Yes, Mike here.
Since we can only analyze the rainbow conventionally, conventional analysis only tells us whether things exist or not conventionally.
So
Whether they objectively exist can only be established through ultimate analysis, and ultimate analysis cannot be done on the rainbow because we cannot get closer to it.
So which means?
Which means it is not objective, it is subjective.
So Nidya is objective, subjective.
I don't know.
Wow, she is smart. She put on the shield. Very strong shield. Don't debate anymore, right? I don't know. Wow, this is amazing. Okay, now let us see if... Okay, yes. Our Kandala, what he has to say.
I think that the rainbow is subjective because dogs can see different types of colors and so can other different things. So us humans can only see from ultraviolet to red, for example, but dogs can see, I don't know, some other different colors. So it's subjective based on your ability to see.
So what is the justification? The colors can be seen by different people.
Yes, so and different animals' eyes, the rainbow would appear differently. So it's subjective as opposed to being objective.
Are you sure rainbow appears differently to the animals?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Because dog is colorblind, so it can't see yellow. So there would be no yellow on the rainbow. So then it wouldn't be a rainbow.
Okay. So simply because somebody else could not see that, so which means your mom is objective, subjective.
For everyone who can see her, she is.
No, if your mom is subjective, objective.
Subjective.
Not objective. In a loose sense.
In a loose sense, she is subjective.
Oh, that's amazing. Not in strict sense. In strict sense, everything is subjective. I know that. But in a loose sense. So there's no point in debating. Everything is subjective. Rainbow, everything, right? So what we are saying, in loose sense, they say that this prayer flag is objective, and the rainbow is subjective, or this prayer flag is objective, the dream is subjective. So on that basis, we are arguing. So what is the standpoint?
It is still subjective.
What about your mom?
She is objective.
Okay, good. Listen. Now from your point of view, your mom is objective. But your mom is not a mom to your grandmother. It's not a mom to everybody. You're getting it? So they should be subjective. Yes?
Her title is subjective.
It's not title, it's a mother. Mother is a title, or the mother is a human being? Tell me.
Mother is a human being.
It's not a title. You're getting it?
But my mother is different than someone else's mother.
Yes, I know. Your mother is a human being or not?
She is a human being, probably.
Okay. So now I'm looking for some younger ones. Jigmal to give the answer. Okay. Didana, what is your point of view? Oh, not sure. No, don't be perfectionist. This little girl is also perfectionist. No. Tell me, what do you think? Rainbow, subjective, objective, what do you think? Objective. Okay, Chugila, what do you think? Okay, subjective. Namsala. Subjective. Okay, the four siblings, they disagree. Okay, now here. Yangzumla, yes.
Я думаю, что все по своей природе субъективно, но это не отменяет объективного существования.
I think that everything in its nature is subjective, but this doesn't cancel objective existence.
Okay, no comment for the time being. Raman.
Если пользоваться пятью парами противоположностей, то ничего не существует объективно, все вещи существуют субъективно. И, соответственно, объективное является синонимом истинно существующего и независимого. А ничто не существует независимо, все существует зависимо.
Повторить?
Repeat. Ничто не существует объективно, все существует субъективно,
Nothing exists objectively, everything exists subjectively.
Поскольку объективно является синонимом истинно существующего.
As long as objective is the synonym of truly existent.
И независимого.
And independent.
А ничто не существует независимо, все существует зависимо.
Nothing exists independently, everything exists dependently.
Very good. Thank you. There, over there.
Наше неведение постигает как объективное. При абсолютном анализе оно постигается как субъективное.
Еще раз скажи.
Неведение постигает как объективным объектом.
Ignorance perceives an object as an objective.
При абсолютном анализе постигается как субъективное.
But when we apply ultimate analysis, we see it as subjective.
Да, при абсолютном анализе постигается как субъективное.
Very good. Okay, there are many hands coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the next. Okay, now let's say that so look, examples. To understand emptiness, we need extensive studies plus extensive numerous examples are required. Always think of the many examples to see how things are coming from by the power of the subject. By the power of subject, not objective, not objective. The examples are required. The more we think about the many more examples, for example, like if you remember, there's one example which we used to read in the morning, if you remember. You remember? You remember? Nidya? Wow, that's amazing. Where is it?
Praise to Shakyamuni.
End of the in praise of Buddha Shakyamuni, page number most likely 15 or 16. So that verse is taken from the Dharminkata Sutra. What is that in Sanskrit? Vajrachetika. It's taken from Vajrachetika. Okay, Nidya, read it. Mike.
A star, a visual aberration, a flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew, or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such.
Very good. Okay, you find many more examples from the very standard books. Like this. This is from Vajrachetika. It's a sutra which the Buddha himself taught. So we need to, if you really want to understand emptiness, this is our effort. Go for extensive studies, contemplate more, if possible, discuss with other people, and think more of the example, bring more examples, and use one by one. Tibetan karma rabri mameta, gyuma silba chuburta, milam lodan, tindabu, dujeshunum tetarta, karma stars, rabri, visual liberation. So better would be like myodysopsia rather than visual liberation. This is a may not be good translation. Kama rabri marme, the lamb. Kama rabri gyuma, illusion. Silba, dews. Chubur, what a bubble. Kama rabri gyuma, milam, dream. Log, lightning. Tin, cloud. View the composite phenomena as such. And also there's again many others, one of which again we'll read from here later on, not now, is that just as a young girl dreamed of a boy, meeting with a boy and seeing the death of the boy, joyous was she at the CA meeting and despair over his death. View all phenomena as thus. This is what the Buddha taught. So all what we are seeing, they are like dreams. So we need to think of these examples more. Okay, so with this, what I'm trying to explain is how conventional existence and subjective existence, these two are synonymous. You're getting it? And then once you understand that, okay, everything conventionally exists, nothing ultimately exists, everything is subjective, no objective, you understand these two so well, then later on you can relate these to the other things, relative existence, deceptive existence, dependent existence, you can understand very easily. Okay, so subjective and conventional. Subjective, this morning, yesterday, we talked about a lot. Subjective, what do you understand by subjective? Just they say, in your own way of thinking, what does it come to? What comes to your mind when you talk about subjective? Anyone? Yes. As something that comes from your mind. Subjective. Anyone else? Anyone else? Yes. Something which is transient can be still objective. Right? Okay. What comes to your mind when you think of a subjective? Dedana? Something which is imputation by the mind. Over there? Projections of mind. Very good. And a physicist? Yes. Huh? Something which our mind projects. Anyone else? Dependent origination. Dependent on causes and conditions. The third one. Hallucination. Okay. Subjective hallucination. That's also correct. That's true. Hallucination purely subjective. Prince Love? Subjective as opposed to objective. So in that context, what do you understand by subjective? When it's subjective as opposed to objective, what comes to your mind? Subjective. Something that comes to mind is what I understand as subject. Okay, I see that most of you agree. In fact, all those who said, they agree with this. Okay, so now let's see. We said that everything exists conventionally. You getting it? Everything exists subjectively. So implying what? It implies something. What? I said everything is subjectively, everything exists conventionally. What is the implication? Okay. Ajikasanla.
Everything is empty of objective existence.
Everything exists objective existence. Okay, Chodula. When I said, okay, the clue, you have to you should be able to take the clue. On that basis, you should understand what I'm asking. You're getting it? Say, for example, who are you? Don't say I'm a human being. I know you're a human being. You're getting it? So I give you, they say you should be able to, from my question, you should be able to pick up what I am asking. My question is, we make two statements. One statement said, everything is subjective. Likewise, we say everything is conventional. What do you understand by that, Churula? Don't worry, say something.
Okay, that everything is not objective, ultimate, independent, absolute, or of true existence.
Very good, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, Bhavani, Mike. I said everything is subjective, everything is subjective, everything is conventional.
It means subjective means conventional.
Very good. Anyway, do you mean to say that subjective and conventional, these two mean the same? Answer is yes, this is my implication. You getting it? So this is how, okay, it may take a little time for us to, okay, Bhavana, are you from philosophy or from IT? Oh, okay, I can sense something. Okay, so where your ability to see things, what I'm asking, he could sense it. You getting it? So that is something which we need to learn. Okay, when clues are given from there, okay, he meant to say, conventional and subjective mean the same. Very good. Okay, so subjective, you all say that subjective means something coming from your mind, projected by mind, and so forth. Now, let me explain what is conventional, and then how, from my explanation of conventional, or our exploration of conventional, you should get understanding that conventional means subjective. You're getting it? Okay, let's say, anybody give me what do you understand by convention? Convention. What do you understand by convention? In your own way, no philosophy required. Just see how you understand convention in your day-to-day life. Mike.
Something that is decided by consensus.
Something that is decided by consensus. Very good. Okay, let's not forget it. Because more the information comes from different people, your understanding broadens. Very helpful. Yes.
Convention is also GK Nota or universal understanding.
Universal understanding, which a concept which everybody takes, accepts. Very good. What do you understand by convention? Anyone? Okay, Julia.
An agreement.
Shared agreement.
Yeah, but shared by many.
Okay, agreement shared by many people. Okay, Yoginder. Mike, Yoginder.
Any value system, ideas, or any processes that have been going on for a long period of time historically and are generally accepted by society.
Any norms or ideas and so forth, which has been accepted, followed in a society for a long period of time, and accepted by all or majority. Okay, if it's one day, it's not convention.
Like,
okay, not like. I'm asking you. So you said extended period of time. I'm deliberately provoking you. Instead of that, if I say if it is one day, it's not convention.
There could be an annual event that happens annually only one time, and that could be a convention. Yeah.
Okay, good. Anyone else? What do you understand by convention? Okay, yes, Ajikasana.
Something that is taken at like face value without any further analysis.
Okay, something that exists without deeper analysis. Okay, good. Dorjila, Mike.
You shall give the example which you always give, that in India we write cards in right side around, and when you write the cards from left side.
Dorjila, you don't have to quote me. You don't have to quote me. Say it directly. He's being very smart. If something goes wrong, it's you. Right. Okay.
These are mere conventions, Ishra.
Okay, good. So driving on the left lane is correct. Driving on the right lane is correct. It's purely convention. Very good. Okay, let me share with you my experience. When I was age, I think 12 or 13. Shugila, what are you in a similar convention? Mike.
A general agreement on how things are usually done.
Okay, general agreement how things are usually done. And the girl there, Tenzin?
It's something usual which happens in the mundane life.
Something which is usual but happens in mundane life. Thank you. The lady over there? Yes.
Это общая договоренность правила, но в определенном месте и в определенное время, которое в дальнейшем может использоваться в другом месте и в другое время.
Commonly negotiated rules which can be used at one time at one place, and also further can be used in another time and another place.
Very good. Okay, physicist.
Geshe, I guess a system which everyone believes in the
Okay, a system which everyone believes. Thank you. Maybe the Cholasivela?
A convention as opposed to something which is not made up, which is...
This is philosopher's answers. Yes, NMC1, many years of studies. Okay, Cholasivela. Cholasivela.
Anything which is accepted by the majority.
Accepted by the? By the majority. Okay, anything accepted by the majority. Okay. Okay, finally, okay, Brenslav. Mike, Brenslav.
Conventional could be socially constructed.
Okay, so can be social constructs such as?
Such as race.
Race.
Like status.
Status, it's purely convention, yes.
Yes, and I mean, like many other examples. For example,
currency,
religion, money, yes.
Money, country, yes, country, nationality, very good. So the first thing that I as a little boy, maybe age 13, 14, in the physics class, my teacher was teaching about electricity. And electricity, what I noticed was that I see always two wires. Always two wires. I'm just wondering, why two wires? Why you are wasting one wire? One wire is good enough. Why do you need two wires? This was the question coming to my mind as a little boy. And one day when the teacher was teaching electricity, he said that there are two wires. Wow. I thought it's a waste of a wire. Now the teacher is saying that there's two wires, there's a reason there. What is the reason? He said that one is positive and one is negative. Wow, I was so excited to know which is positive, which is not. How do I know? I was so excited. I just waited so patiently to see, what are the indications to say this, the positive, this negative. I listened very carefully. He said it's purely convention. It just from deep inside something shook me so hard that, what is this? Positive, negative? Where is positive and negative? Fun is a convention. There's nothing there in the Maya, positive, negative. It's just how people say label is plus negative. That's it. It should be deep inside. He says purely convention. You getting it? So this was the first time that I felt shaken to see that there's something which is so important, but not really different from the object. It's purely convention. I was shaken deep from within. Okay. Now let's say, convention. As Dojila said, driving on the... Okay.
Can convention also mean, I don't know the Tibetan word, but can it mean, in Sanskrit it's vyavhar, but can it mean just in our behavior or habitual tendency, in habits? Something convention.
Why is convention? How is convention?
Just it is habituated.
Okay, so don't forget what Venerable Tenzin has said. Something which gets habituated with yourself. Is this convention? Yes. The mic here.
Thank you. Geshe, is it not like, is it convention means like, as I somebody says, like everything in a daily experiences which is perceived by unimpaired six consciousness, whatever the grace or six.
Okay, let's say unimpaired eye consciousness seizes a flower. So the first convention?
Yes.
What makes you think it's convention?
Because the experience of the everyday life in a common sense, which is perceived as it is a flower.
So what makes you think there's convention?
This makes me think.
In the first place, we need to first of all define or understand what is convention. Once you define it, then you put what is seen by the unimpaired sense consciousness is convention. So what do you understand by convention in the first place?
Without analyzing it.
Okay, something is without analysis.
Without analyzing it, it is a tangible in the everyday, the unimpaired sense consciousness.
Which means you are a Churchandikrit's follower, right? He said, I cannot go beyond this. What he says is correct. Okay. You're right, I agree with you. But the question is first, you have to define what is convention. How do you understand it in the conventional sense? Once you understand this, then gradually move it to what Acharya Chandrakrit taught. And what Acharya Chandrakrit taught, this is so precious. First, we have to understand on our level. You're getting it? Okay. Now let us say what somebody said? Yes. Hey, Chayana, you want to say something? No. Okay. So convention, let's say, this is very important. This is very important. Okay, let's say, small children's role play. Small children's role play. How many of you have played this game, small children's role play, where you are just age 4, 5, 6, 7, and you are a king, you are a queen, you are this, you are that. How many of you played that game? Raise hands. How many of you did not play this game? Raise hands. How many of you have no idea what this game is like? No idea? Okay. Okay. So which means that, okay. Didala? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, the girl there, you played the role play game? You did it? Okay, good. You did it? Good. Okay. So let us say that we're all small children. We're all small children. Age 4, 5, 6. And You say, okay, we'll play the game, what do you call it? Role play game. And so we say that Bhavani will be the king. Bhavani is very happy, right? So we all small children. Bhavani will be the king. And who wants to be the tax minister? Tax minister raise hands. Anybody? Oh yeah. What's your name? So Karina wants to be the tax minister. Okay, you agree? Oh, we agree. Okay, good. And assistant tax minister? So Karina, you have to appoint. We cannot volunteer. You appoint somebody who you like to appoint. Good choice. Okay. So now say we said king, tax minister, assistant tax minister, deputy tax minister. Okay, this is small children's game. Now, what happens is that the king ordered the tax minister that, hey, tax minister, our kingdom should be strong. For that, we need to collect tax, right? Tax. And what tax? The tax minister said, yes, sir, your highness. I told everybody, surrender you all. You all, how old were you? 5, 6. Surrender your chocolates, which your parents sent. Here is a tax, right? So all have to surrender, right? And okay, and Tendurla said, no, this is my chocolate, my mother sent it, right? Then the tax minister, who will support tax minister? Everybody else will support tax minister. No, you have to give them, forcefully take it and give it to tax minister. And the tax minister said that, hey, deputy tax minister, keep this well. This is a tax to be handed over to the king. And the deputy tax minister said, yes, ma'am, right? And some chocolates go into her pocket. And the remaining she provided to tax minister to the king, right? Deputy tax minister put something there in the pocket. Okay, so now Bhavani's mother comes. Hey Bhavani, what are you doing? Come for lunch, it's lunch time. Everybody will say, how dare you talk like this to our majestic king? How dare? You getting it? And then the mother said, Your Highness Bhavaniji, Your Highness King, may I have a talk with you? Then he said, yes, what do you have to tell me? Then the mother said, please come. And then secretly tells him, it's time now, get up. You get it? Okay, look. So all these small children who are involved in this game, they are like the samsari beings. And Bhavani, is he king or not? He's not king. But in this game, he's a king. What made him a game is this. And whereas Norbu, he says, okay, to be king is interesting. I'm also a king. Everybody says, you're not a king, because you be a king, you get all these chocolates, right? So you're going to be king. No, you're not king. Your highness is there. You getting it? So, what made him not king? What made Bhavani king? Anyone? Mutual agreement. You're getting it? Mutual agreement. Agreement of your body or agreement of mind? Agreement of mind. This is known as convention. You're getting it? So it's a convention that Bhavani is the king and not Norbu. You're getting it? So now, look. If somebody disobeys Bhavani, then people will think that you are disrespecting our king. Others can become emotionally angry, upset. So therefore the mother knows that Bhavani is not a king. So she says, Bhavani, come. And then all of you become so angry and upset. You getting it? Why angry and upset? Because in your mind, you see him as a king. He's not a real king. And how he is seen as king? Through the through the census or agreement. Now the mother does not take you as a king. So mother is like the Buddhas, who sees that it's just a pure children's game, it's not reality, it's just a pure convention. After half an hour, he becomes again, go back, right? It's just a matter of 1 hour. So the mother is like the Buddha who transcends the conventions. Whereas we are bound by the convention of the game. We are like the sentient beings. The mother is the Buddha. But the mother, if he wants to come inside the game, he has to follow the rules. If the mother has to come inside the game, he has to say, Your Majesty Bhavani. You get Your Highness, Majesty Bhavani. If you say Bhavani, right, everybody will shout at the mother. So that when the Buddha comes into the game, he has to follow the rule of the. He knows that this is just a pure convention, it has no meaning. But he has to follow the conventions. You're getting it? So sentient beings, and the Buddha is not emotionally moved by the convention. But the sentient beings are moved by the conventions. Moved by convention means the sentient beings are stirred into emotions, anger, attachment, craving, so forth, because of these conventions. You're getting it? Oh, our party won the election, our party. What is our party? Right? The next moment, they say from the other party, one competent leader arises, and then you can become that, you can follow that party. So there's nothing really to feel as intrinsic, this mind party, your party, and so forth. But this purely conventional, like a small children's game. So today you are the president, and tomorrow you are an ordinary person. You're getting it? Today you are the president, and the election, another person comes. Tomorrow you are the ordinary citizen. This pure convention is not that, okay, Nobel laureate. Say, today you are Nobel laureate, and tonight announcements made, and you are a Nobel laureate. And therefore tomorrow everybody respects you. He is brilliant. By becoming a Nobel laureate, you don't have any extra knowledge. You agree? Perhaps when you are one day younger, your knowledge is better. But you are more respected when the label is given. When everybody agrees that this is Nobel laureate, then people respect you. So this purely convention. Knowledge-wise, there's no single, say in many cases, Nobel laureates, usually they become Nobel laureates at very old age 70, 80. In fact, their knowledge is way better when they were in the 60s and 50s. Albert Einstein said one thing. Generally speaking, all the inventions and discoveries are made before you are 40. After 40, you will not make inventions, discoveries. You're getting it? This is what Albert Einstein said. So you are actually better, you are more learned when you are in your younger days, like 60s and so forth, when 80s. But then the label is given. Then everybody agrees, he is a Nobel laureate, she is a Nobel laureate. Everybody sees that this is very different. This is pure convention, and on that basis, emotions are stirred. Emotions are stirred. So therefore, we are bound, playing this game, role play game. So in this game, 1 hour we are bound by this convention. And whose convention? Who created the convention? The children, the small children, they make the convention, they're bound by the convention. Whereas the mother is not bound by the convention. She follows the convention, but not bound by the convention. Because she knows it's a convention, and she is not affected by the convention. It does not stir emotions within the mother. You getting it? So mother is like the Buddha, and all others, small children, they are like the sentient beings. Okay, good. Yes?
One question, you have to have more than one person.
Make.
To have a convention, you have to have more than one person.
Necessary, not necessary. To have convention, there should be more than one person. Necessary, not necessary. To have convention, there should be more than one person. Yes, no? Maximum, minimum 2. One person, possible?
No, I can play alone.
Okay. Convention. Okay, so what we do, okay, let us put it like this. Everything is conventional. Everything is conventional. Everything is conventional. An island where there's only one person, there's also existent, is also conventional. Only one person. Maybe there are cats and the other animals around. But as a human being, is one person. Right? So everything is conventional. So from this, what I'm saying is that this game, who made this game? Who made this convention in this game? The children. Children's body made the game or the mind made the game? Mind. So this mind is subject, object. Subject, subjective, conventional means the same. You getting it? This idea. Okay, good. Okay, I think now we'll stop here. Yes.
Only Buddha sees that it's a game.
Only Buddha sees it's a game. Okay, this is a good question. Only Buddha sees it's a game. Okay. Only Buddha sees this as a game in a full form, fully awakened. But the others, they are awakened, but they're not fully awakened. They're influenced by the game. But they can be, they know, they know, for example, so of these, some are 4 years old, some are 10 years old. 10 years old know that they already played the game many times. So bodhisattvas. So they know that this is a game, but they are still influenced by the game. But Buddhas, they're not influenced by the game because they are fully awakened. Okay, good. We stop here and direction prayer. Page 5-2. I dedicate the marriage thus gathered towards the realization of the deeds and the prayers of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of 3 times, and to the upholding the doctrine of scripture and insight. May in all lives, through the force of this merit, never separate from the 4 wheels of the Mahayana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfect through 2 stages. From my 2 collections, vast space that I've amassed, from working with effort in this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds space minds blinded by ignorance. Togye tuje shage rezo to shenge meto Dege bonjomba sege lumbo tabo jebe ko shage yebo ajazelo Mahamuna Swaha Om Muni Muni Swaha Tage Tuje Shage Rezo Shenge Mito Dege Bonjomba Serge Lumbo Tabo Jebe Ko Shage Yebo Kela Chaselu Oh Moni Moni Mona Yeswaha Oh Moni Moni Mahamona Yeswaha Tage 도제 샤게 레조 쳔게 메토 세계 름보 떠보 제베고 샤게 예보 결라자세로 오모니 모니 마하모나예 스와하 오모니 모니 마하모나예 스와하 탑게 도제 샤게 레조 쳔게 에게 본점바 세계 름보 따보 제베고 샤게 예보 아자세노 오모니 모니 마하모나예 스와하 오모니 모니 마하모나예 스와하 마하모나예 스와하 오모니 모니 마하모나예 스와하 오모니 모니 마하모나예 스와하 오모니 모니 마하모나예 스와하. Okay, 3 processions together.